Hello everyone! Welcome back into another episode of Last Protagonist Plays Crosscode. I hope you guys are doing well as always. On yesterday's stream, we proceeded to go through the other sections of Sapphire Ridge, which I hadn't fully explored. I wasn't necessarily trying to collect all the treasure chests, but I was trying to find the missing landmark for a quest that we have, and apparently that landmark is associated with the DLC, so I can't complete the quest as it is right now, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. After that, I did some more side questy type things. We eventually went to Rhombus Square, where we did some pretty quick exploration, and I eventually ran into the Lion-O impersonator and got a little bit of a lead for the last piece of broken equipment, so that way he can reunite with his children or whatnot. So in addition to that, we also helped a fake hacker hack the game a little bit and go to some forbidden areas, and we fought like an optional boss, I guess, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't remember exactly what the clues were that we just got for the last piece of broken equipment. I need to go talk to that guy again and figure out what it was. Anyway, Ask Next, welcome back. How are you? And Dylan, nice to see you. It's been a minute. Hey, thank you. Full moon, huh? Wait, keep your pants on. I think he was in there, the bookworm area. How's this not it? Oh, I'm not on my cursor. There's some chests here and stuff. Also, at the end of yesterday's stream, coming into Rhombus Square, we learned that we can go back to the old zones and fight souped-up enemies for special jewels for better equipment, I guess. It's kind of just annoying to me, and I don't care about it that much. It's got it. Where's the door? Is it not right in the center? Oh, I'm blind. Stern bug waits by the campfire. A panda and a berry tree. Dylan, you want to play this at some point? It seems like it has a lot to offer. You've been working on your backlog this month, though. You've beaten 19 games so far. This month? Holy, bro. That's like a month. I almost said a month every 2 days. It's almost like a game every 2 days. That's impressive as hell. How have you been feeling, by the way? Hopefully you're on the mend. Yeah, this game does have a lot to offer. It does get a little bit fatiguing, at least for me after a while, though. Like, the puzzles just kind of go on and on and on. Oh yeah, I was gonna warp to Sapphire Ridge. The panda be this spot, the high ground, maybe. It's either that one or this one, or the other one. A lone panda in a berry tree. I was thinking potentially that guy, but I don't remember if there's a tree up there. Actually, I don't even remember if and or how I got up there. I know I got up there. Is it this zone? One that we warped. So I got that treasure chest somehow. But aside from that, Crosscode is a pretty damn good game, honestly. Damn it, why'd I do that? I'm gonna have to warp back. Oh, I know I don't. Don't know if I can make that. How did I get up there? Oh. I literally just walked up there. No, I didn't. This is how I did it. Oh, right, I remember now. Okay. Dylan, you've never remotely beaten this many games in this time before, but to be fair, a lot of them are super short, 1 to 2 hours, and a couple you had started in the past, but you didn't finish. I see. Yeah, I guess for me, if I start a game a long time in the past, I tend to just restart from the beginning and then get burnt out. Probably about where I quit before. There's too many games where I've gotten to like the final dungeon and just quit for one reason or another. I'm actually going back through Dragon Quest V now because that was tiding me over. And I've been trying to recruit some hard to recruit monsters, which has just kind of been a terrible mistake in some ways because I'm sure I've just now trivialized the game. Like literally 10 minutes before stream, I finally caught the liquid metal slime that I've been farming for like 2 days at this point. And because of that, I've just extremely over-leveled because they give so much ridiculous experience for having to fight them. It's kind of ruining the game, honestly. Because I'm at a part of the game where I'm like supposed to be maybe in the late 20s in terms of levels, but now I'm like level 62. It's really bad. You like the art in this area? Yeah, the art and the sound design of this game is really, really good. Dylan, you do that too? Some games don't stick the landing at the end, and others you just get tired, you think? I think for me, there's been a number of games where I've probably been disappointed at lackluster endings. Or, like, if I beat the game, then, like, it's over, and maybe I just have a little bit of, resolution avoidance? I don't even know. But, at least I kind of know that's a bit of a problem for myself at times, so I can kind of go out of my way to address it. Because there was a long time where there was, like, I just wasn't finishing games for the most part. And then I had to go out of my way to finish them because I don't like quitting. So I had to go back and replay like a bunch of Final Fantasies. I didn't beat Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy V, but I got to the last zone in each game. But I did eventually go back and I beat them both. Oh yeah, we got the Super Melee. Which did not help. Oh, I'm almost dead. Pandas are made to consume bamboo. Wait, why is Trani with me? I don't remember why. She was with Emily? Why'd they join me again? 5 is amongst the best? True. The way Trani wanted me to join that raid, it makes him feel like a narc. Yeah, I really enjoyed 5. I don't really remember the ending being particularly good or bad. I do think a lot of the stuff with X Death was kind of dumb as hell. But 5, I feel like, is not a Final Fantasy you play for its story, to be fair. But it kind of gets a bit of a pass for being just one of the generic RPGs on the Super Nintendo, I think. When none of those games really had good stories at that point. Some people might argue 4 was good, but I strongly disagree. As evidenced by a frickin' airship exploding over a literal ocean of lava, only for the character in that airship to escape unharmed. SNX 7 gets a lot of love, but that's for the graphics more than anything, you think? I would disagree with that. I really liked 7 a lot because of its world. I also liked it for its storytelling in general. And a lot of its themes. It was definitely much more mature of a game. Especially for the time that it came out. I actually resent a lot of what happened with Final Fantasy, with them focusing purely on graphics in the later games. Final Fantasy 15 particularly. Because to me, 7 is the one that really brought me into the fold as a full-on Final Fantasy fanatic. Which, I'd played some of the other ones, but I was a little bit too young to really care for them. But 7 just did a good job at appealing in many ways to little old me back then. I hope Revelation is good. I hope that whatever weird story thing that they're going to try to do to make it work isn't awful and makes everybody resent the game. Or games, I guess I should say. But I really don't have a lot of faith in Square on that front. And I think part of the reason I was able to enjoy Rebirth more than Remake is that I'd kind of already resigned myself to that possibility by the time that game came out. Oh yeah, I need to look for a lone panda. What am I doing? I don't think there's any pandas in this spot. You know what, let's go to the bonfire. But SNX, if you really liked Final Fantasy V, I would highly recommend Final Fantasy 3, like original 3. I didn't play the 3DS version, or the DS version to be fair. So I don't know how well it made the transition into 3D. But for what was essentially a regular Nintendo title, it was a phenomenal piece of art, I think. And just showed how much advancement they'd made in creating games for the regular Nintendo. The family computer. Wait, we have a lone berry tree here. Ah! Secret area. Was this here the entire time? What if it was? Oh no, we're timed, aren't we? Oh, this is up in the sky. Or do I just need to hit them all? Okay, so this might be one of those ones where it doesn't matter how long you take. That's higher up. Oh no, it's because I'm over here. Gotta go all the way back. There's no way. Maybe. Can't make that jump really, so we're just gonna keep going. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm jumping in the water is really annoying. I guess I may as well jump. It's just going to send me back. Oh, wow, we made that. Okay. Wait, if I land there, that's... Oh, no, it is different. Okay, never mind. Remaining time. It's up there. Wait, what? How am I supposed to get back up? What's the point? I wish you could just restart the timer. That's kind of annoying. Bruh. Damn it. I wasn't trying to land there. Ah. A little bit of direction would go a long way. This sucks. I don't want to go all the way around again. So I guess I'm just supposed to hit all of them in the area. If that's the case, need to figure out which is the easiest one to get to and figure out some pathing. I feel like that one might be the most annoying one. Well, if I screw up, I screw up. No, because we could come back to those. Oh, yeah, this is higher up. I thought that was like the same platform as that to the left for some reason. Oh, come on, like how did I miss? I can't just go back to where I was either. We have this timer to worry about. Okay. So if I can't make good on that, we'll just figure out other routing. Oh, maybe I need to activate that to begin with. Or maybe that probably is what gets unlocked. Okay, but there's a thing all the way over there. There's some monsters. Maybe I don't need to get those ones all the way over there. Wait, do I? We land here from that. Okay, so I don't think I can get the one all the way on the right. Okay, so that's just too high up. What else am I supposed to hit? Can I jump there? No. I'll jump there and then down, but that won't help me. That's too high. How do I even get up there to begin with? Where does that even go to? No, I should be able to get up there then, I think. No, it's definitely too high because of that. That fails that step. Fast. Oh, am I supposed to do this? Oh god, okay. Hopefully I don't have to get that one up by the monsters on the top right. That'd be kind of awful. You know, that's right, I needed it. I do need it. Hey, Stella, welcome back. So, even if I got it there, maybe I just need to jump all the way across to begin with. I don't know. This music reminds you of Pikmin music, Dylan? We've compared the music in this game to so many other games. Is there even a safe soundtrack at this point? I need to go to the right and then to get up. I screwed up. Okay. I zoned out too hard. Now I'll need to come back here, so let's leave that one alone. We started the timer. Come on, no. We had it. Actually, we might have enough time, I doubt it. But not if I keep it playing like that. Certainly not like this. Wait, which one am I forgetting? Oh, the damn thing, aren't I? The one above. Okay, we can do this. Will I need to come back this way if I go this route? Kind of. Yes, but no. At least I won't have to get to the top of this, so let's do that. This dude falling in all the time's pissing me off now. Oh, I could do this, and then that'll make it easier, or not. Okay, no. Wait, there's nothing over there. What's falling? I'm getting too distracted. Also, welcome back in, Meow. How's it going? Stella, you got your books unpacked? Nice. Did you forget how many you had? I need to leave this area. That's annoying me way too much. Alright, so if we come over here first, can I use this cliff? Oh, I never even looked this way. Oh, this is just for that thing. Okay. I'll that up. So anyway, that side of the map is done. Oh, there were the Beatles this entire time, but not the band. Thought it was Apollo jumping in constantly. Got it. Jeez. I think I'd remember how to navigate this place at this point, but nope. Hey, Global, welcome back. Meow, books, comics, and records are all a pain in the ass to move. They can be, especially if you have a lot. Stella, unpacking them wasn't that bad. Moving them was the part that sucked. Depends how many you have, so it sounds like you have a lot. Spheromancer Leah, this quest will make us prove our worth alone. Do not bring shame upon our noble class. Global instruments are horribly shaped for moving. Very, very true. Unless you, I don't know, play something like flute, piccolo, or Gohan. Wait, what? Probably need that thing again. So we've got a bunch of those things. I guess my question is why? Should I be using these as platforms to jump between? Can I jump on them? I shouldn't be able to jump on them. Stuck. So yeah, in wine boxes you nabbed from work, they're perfect to prevent yourself accidentally making an 80-pound box. Alright, fine, I'll blow up these ones first. Meow, you switched from long comic book boxes to short ones for that reason? By long ones, I'm assuming you mean like the type that'll be on display in comic book stores, I guess? Never really thought about the boxes for storing comic books. Specifically, at least. So I'm supposed to break this to get them all across the map. Meow, you always feel like you mess up a knob on something when moving music gear. Oh, one tip for something like that is to take a picture before you move things like that or mess with them. Thought I'd be able to push it around more now. I feel like I gotta be doing something wrong here. Maybe it chases me more? Oh, so when it gets in a certain range of me, then it starts the self-destruct sequence. Stella, your comics are in tubs. They weren't too bad. The heaviest box was one filled with like 5 hardcover books, omnis, like omnibuses. Omnibus. Oh my god. No, are these ones strong against fire? They're level 60. Oh, they're cheating. They're super strong against lightning. So ice should have been the way that I went. I'm gonna die. I kind of hate having knickknacks and needing to move them around. Got it. Okay, so is that it? Kind of. Don't remember what was up there at the very top. One of those books alone is 8 pounds? Damn. Now you have a dozen long boxes, tons of shorter ones. Well, it's kind of easy. You can always just get more of the shorter boxes. Sometimes it can be more annoying to go the other way around. But will you keep boxes for more expensive stuff? As much valuable space as it takes up? What is this? Oh. It's a boss fight? It's a panda and 2 beetles. Hi? Hands Up Mark II. It's got 150,000 health. It's more tanky than that last thing that we fought. That was a boss. Terrible, okay. Jerk. What was that one thing that I got? It was new. Got like 7 of them. What's this? he weak to? Lightning. How do I break those? Does he need to shoot crap at me? Oh. I don't really want to deal with this. I'm just going to cheat because this... I don't really care. I just don't care anymore. Why is he still guarding? Oh, because I have to hit the face? Hey, Chadwick, welcome back. How's it going? Oopsies. He's cheating. Good hoverboard. here. Final phase, there's extra pissed off. See how that works a little better now. Oh, I got it by knocking them off. Okay. I don't even care that I made that fight way easier. That just kind of looked a little bit tedious and annoying. Leveled up twice here, at least. Alright. Meow, do you catalog your books with Microsoft Word or something? Okay, we got the broken weapon, so we can go back to the city place. Turn him into the guy. So Global, how goes Tarnished Edition of Elden Ring? Anybody else check out the new DLC? I'm annoyed that they are charging money for it when it's base for the Switch 2 edition of the game, but at least it's only like $5. I don't know though. I was looking at some of the item descriptions and whatnot. It doesn't really seem to be that substantial. Shocking, I know. So I don't really feel like I'm gonna spend the $5. So I honestly don't really feel like playing Elden Ring at the moment. What's in it? There's a couple new weapons and a couple new armor sets and a couple skins for Torrent. I think there's like 7 weapons, 2 or 3 armor sets. There's at least 3 armor sets and 3 Torrent skins. It contains the answers to all of your Elden Ring questions, according to Meow Laser. Satisfaction not guaranteed. Welcome back, kid. Any luck finding the broken chakrams? We really did it. Well, you did it, to be fair. Well, I guess there's no point in waiting. Let me make some arrangements and get word out to my children. We should all meet at the place where we first heard of this quest, the observatory in Autumn's Rise. Would you be willing to join us? It's only fair, and I trust you. Thanks, kiddo. I'll be leaving then. See you at the observatory. Bye. Is it just me, or did he seem nervous? Well, I'm sure everything will work out after all the work you went through. Well, let's go get the best armor set in the game. should say equipment set. Wait, haven't we seen Ellie before? I mean, there's not that many avatars. Pun intended? Not really. Anyway. So, who do you think messaged us, Ellie? No clue, but it's nice checking out the game after so long. True, it must have been like a half a year ago. Work really started to pick up, so I didn't have that much time. Same here. Hi! Why, hello, Horned One. Are you our mystery sender, perhaps? Why? We've all got a message asking us to meet here. Wait! Oh, so you do know something about our sender. So, who is it? Sorry.
Everyone's already here?
Hi!
Hey, kiddo, nice to see you here.
Dad?
Hey, little ones.
Oh, we should have guessed that. Dad was the one who sent the message.
That sure makes sense. What's up with the secrecy, Dad? Well, you see, you've all been so busy and nobody had time to meet in the game to hang out with your old man. But I promised you we would finish this quest. So I thought if I could get it nearly done, you'd all come and play again.
Dad, really?
Yes, I know. You're all very busy. Sorry to be a bother. It's just that I really miss you all.
Oh, Dad, that's not what Noah meant. Why didn't you just call and tell us?
Yeah, we don't need a fancy quest to hang out with our father. Besides, Joan and Sophie couldn't make it anyway. We need members of all classes, right? You guys, I just didn't want to bother you with my problems.
Aw, come on, Dad. You can always talk to us.
Now I feel very stupid.
Well, you should. Who is our blue-haired friend over here anyway? Leah.
Yes, this is Leah. She helped me find all of those broken pieces needed for the quest. In fact, I barely did anything.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, Leah. I hope he wasn't too much of a problem. He can get very dramatic sometimes. He can get very, very dramatic sometimes.
Hey now.
Seems like a long talk is due. How about we go to our favorite cafe in Rhombus Square and have a chat? Maybe set a date on which Jonah and Sophie are available too?
That would be nice. You kids go ahead. There's something I need to give to Leah before I leave.
Alright, bye Leah. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, see you around.
Bye!
Seems I owe you an apology. I misjudged the whole situation. It made you get all these items for what now feels like nothing. Because of this, I think it is only fair that you have them. Broken equipment obtained. Thank you for everything, Leah. My kids are everything to me, but it seems I let my fear of losing them take over. I believed I did something wrong, but I guess this old man still has a lot to learn. Anyway, I'll be on my way now.
Bye! Everything went well in the end. But we still do not know why he is wearing that armor. Maybe he got it during the beta phase? Looks like I'm going to have a chat with our design team. Yeah, the dude had the PlayStation icons everywhere on him, didn't he? Anyway, hey, Phantom Leaves, how's it going, sir? How you doing? Now, if only we had Galamoth in here, too, we could talk a little bit of Duskbloods. I watched your video, by the way. But now I've forgotten a lot of what you've said. One of my questions with Dusk Floods is, this is kind of a dumb question, but I think kind of relevant. Like, what's the point of the matches? Were there any like permanent progression things? Or is it all just for some lore? Seems I have concerns about that. But yeah, we leveled up twice. Should be able to get some abilities. Oh wait, I need one more. Damn it, I thought I had enough. It wasn't revealed in the network test? Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. Hammer time? Let's go a little near them. One more. I wanted to get this. Okay. Now ice. Guard, where's melee? Here. Sorry, I screwed up. Alright, so they said we needed one of each class, so maybe we'll need to get the guild together or something. Okay. Phantom, you're curious about that too? You're not sure about the lore, but you assume you'll get a story told in a similar way to Night Rain? That's kind of what I'm guessing as well. And it makes me... I mean, obviously, having the... I can't remember what to call them. They weren't QuickTime events. Like the mini challenges to like marry players or murder them might get you different lore and stuff, but who knows. Because I feel like if there's no real progression system in the game, that a lot of people will just pick it up and play it for a weekend or two and then just never pick it back up again. And then if it's all RNG again like Night Rain, it's just going to be dumb as hell again, all over again. Global, isn't there a ranking system? That was a huge draw for AC6. They said that they'll have 2 modes. With the ranked and the non-ranked ones, but I honestly don't have a lot of faith in FromSoft to get stuff like that right, because I think people were saying for like the global and non-global matchmaking for games like AC6, they were essentially just like changing lobbies. You weren't actually grouped up against global players. It's only people who had opted into it. Something? I don't really remember. Global, you think that's a great thing? Getting better weapons and stuff gives you an unfair advantage over noobs, but if the devs made a good enough game, ranked matches are their own reward? That might be fair. I mean, it depends. Like, if you get different loadouts, that might be fun. If you could choose to have certain kin with you, that could be interesting. Or, like, different perks. That would interest me as well. But then, of course, you run into the problem of maybe some of the more overpowered stuff is time or progression gated, which might still end up having some of the similar problems, but I don't really think there's... I don't know if you can really have a super elegant system to have newer players not get pub stomped by veterans, especially in a game like Duskbloods, which seems so very heavily action flow charted, if that makes sense. Global, you got to a certain level in the AC6 ranked. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. I didn't do very much PvP in Armored Core 6 at all, but I also played it much later. Phantom is still a lot of unknowns. The test is fun, but we need another trailer or interview. It's crazy just still how little information we've been given, even with the network test. And part of the reason I'm even more apprehensive now is because, for the most part, what we saw with Night Rain is what we got. Now, obviously, a lot more was held back with Duskbloods. And the things that we didn't see in Night Rain were essentially just like classes for the most part, right? Ask Helen about the observatory. How? All shapes, huh? Sounds like you need a player from each class to open this door. Maybe you can ask Clint to help you out. Let's try texting first. Okay, she doesn't care, so I need to go to the place. Hi. Leah dear, how can I help you? Oh, do you want me to look at those items? Well, would you look at that? You found yourself the broken equipment of the ancients. Did you collect them all by yourself? I mean, we had the help of Lion-O, but she can't exactly say that now, can she? Congratulations, dear. So now you want to open the old observatory, eh? Well, you came to the right place to get some help. Let's see. We need a player from each class. I'll happily fill in as the Quadro Guard. With you as the Spheromancer, this leaves Triblader, Pentafist, and Hexacast to be filled. Oh, I know. Why not ask Emily and Shawnee? I'm sure both would be willing to help, eh? So the only thing missing is a Triblader. I believe Buggy hasn't entered the observatory yet, so he would be a perfect fit. Is that okay with you? Alrighty, I'll contact Buggy and tell him to meet you at the observatory. Sure, you want to ask Emily and Shawnee yourself. When you are ready, you meet me in the front of the observatory, okay? Oh, this gets me all excited. It's been quite a while since Al and I did this event. I'll be going on ahead. See you later, Leah. Bye. Wait, I thought at the very beginning of the quest, the old dude said nobody completed it yet? Maybe he's an NPC. It'd be a little bit nicer if the player NPCs were a little bit more... Damn, that sounds dumb as hell. The pseudo player NPCs were distinguished from the cross-world NPCs. This game's too damn meta. I could have just jumped there the entire time. Oh yeah, I need one more bear cicada now that I think about it. Phantom, you're going to get it because the main loop is fun, and do you think the world and lore are going to be super fun to dig into? Yeah, if I'd already had a Switch 2, I would definitely get Duskbloods. But in your own video, you said you don't really think it's worth somebody going out of their way to get a console just for one game. I do think that there are some exceptions to that. But I'm definitely not sold on Duskbloods being one of those exceptions to the rule. Phantom, you've never heard of this? It's not that surprising to me because this was made by an indie team and yeah, it didn't really get a lot of press. I saw trailers for it a couple years back and I thought it looked interesting, but I never got around to playing it. But this came out on PS Plus 1 or 2 months ago now. And since this was something that I'd had my eye on for a while, I went ahead and decided to play it because the studio that made this game have come out with another game called Alabaster Dawn, which looks really good. So I figured, why not try out Crosscode in anticipation for whenever Alabaster Dawn comes out of early access. Stella, what game is that good? For me, I would say Super Smash Brothers is that good. I would also say arguably Mario Maker, but that's certainly not everybody's cup of tea for multiple reasons. And then the third one for me specifically, and definitely not a lot of people, would be Final Fantasy VII, but that's just mostly for satisfying my inner child than the actual quality of the remakes. Although it's almost worth it for the soundtrack alone, but it's not like you can't listen to the soundtrack without owning the console, right? For some other people, God of War could be that game. Or hell, even Gears of War or Halo back in the day. Yeah, that's probably fair. Like, Halo was definitely one of those games. Did I say Gods of War? I meant Gears of War a moment ago. Also, during Gamescom, they said that they're coming out with a new prequel, I think, for Gears of War. It is going to be an Xbox system exclusive. That surprised me because I thought all Microsoft Xbox stuff was also coming to PC. Oh yeah, that's probably true as well. Global Bloodborne being console worthy. Yeah, I picked up the PS4 when I saw the commercials for both Destiny and Bloodborne. The funny thing is, even though I'd already played Dark Souls 1 at that time, like From Software wasn't on like my mental to keep track of companies. I just saw Bloodborne and I thought that stuff looked like the coolest thing ever. I was sold, man. The trailer for Bloodborne was so good. Just to help setting up the mood and whatnot. Meow, GTA usually sells consoles. You know, a couple people want a PS5 for the upcoming game. Is it console? Is it PS5 exclusive? Shows how well I've kept up with GTA. I almost said GTA, but I wasn't sure if it was exclusive or not. But no, I haven't watched the preview. I'm kind of already sick of hearing about GTA, especially with the leaks over the last couple weeks. Chadwick, you don't know what you'd call any game console purchase worthy, but there are a lot of games that are turnkey if you're thinking about it. Meow, you broke down and bought your PS4 when the Arkham game got dropped. Interesting. Are you that big of a fan of Batman? Did not know. Chadwick, you're with me. GTA 6 is too much. Like, I mean, I can see the appeal of GTA 6, but I'm just a little bit fatigued of hearing about it virtually non-stop in gaming news cycles over the past month. Global, you'll probably get it eventually, but it's not day one for you. But then you're going to be behind on all of the GTA 6 RP. I joke, but I really don't know much about that whole scene at all. I just know like a bunch of streamers did it for a while. It was popping off. And then there's a lot of drama, because streamers and drama goes hand in hand. GTA London? Don't you mean Fallout London? Meow, GTA 6 looks fire if you like GTAs. That's probably fair. Hell, I mean, you guys saw me play my first Rockstar games with LA Noire. Which, I really feel like a game like that would do super well now if they just kept making expansions for it. Like, just cases. Sell 2 or 3 cases at a time with DLC. It's a neat little game. Really glad I played that. And I won't lie, I do really like a lot of the environmental art and stuff in Red Dead Redemption 2. But it seems like such a fundamentally Rockstar's game that I don't really care to go out of my way to try it. Play Saints Row 4? Why? That seems like a parody of Grand Theft Auto, and I'm not even interested in Grand Theft Auto. Chadwick, you couldn't be bothered to finish story mode in GTA 5? I did watch my friend play a good chunk of GTA 4 when that came out. And the story was kind of interesting. Oh no, I probably do need to shoot that for the stupid bear cicadas. I forgot. Although I think that one's the Azure Dragonfly, yeah. Wait, GTA London was an expansion for GTA 1 on the PS1? Oh, really? Thought you were memeing. Phantom, you couldn't care less about GTA 6? The leak situation's pretty funny too. I do think it's very unfortunate to have been a dev working on the game for so long and then to just get your thunder stolen in such a major way. I do feel sympathy for that. But there was like a take on Twitter going around that's like, yeah, it absolutely sucks what happens to the devs, but it's kind of Rockstar's fault for not releasing anything up until this point. But I mean, it just kind of feels more like victim blaming to me in a lot of ways. Because, I mean, it literally is. You weren't ready, so I took it from you? That really goes over well. Chadwick, you didn't like Michael Trevor Franklin, but you liked Nico Bellic. That's probably fair. I honestly don't really have the first clue about the characters in GTA 5, but Nico did have a little bit of charm to him and like his opening story, but I probably only feel that way just because I've seen a tiny bit of the story of GTA 4, whereas I don't even think I've seen the first thing about the story of GTA 5. And to be fair, I do respect a lot of the bold decisions that Rockstar have made in terms of the way that they characterize a lot of their NPCs in their games, to kind of not be afraid to show off like the trashier aspects of American society. Whether or not it's a good thing is certainly debatable, but I don't know. There's just kind of a lot of humanity, I feel, that's captured in some of those Rockstar games in a rather unique way as far as games are presented. Or hell, not even just games, just like a lot of media is presented. I feel like in some ways, this is probably a dumb example or comparison, it's like South Park with a hell of a lot less parody, but it's still parody at its core, right? Did I get another bear cicada at some point? I think I need 5. Okay, we should be good. Wait, Rockstar got a kid involuntarily institutionalized? What? Give me the lore. People crying about Rockstar going woke have never played a Rockstar game? I have no idea. But I mean, people cry about everything going woke. It's dumb as hell. Imagine being mad that the biggest movie ever has a diverse cast. Which I feel like so much of it is just astroturfed bullshit. And I feel pity for those caught up in it all. This is not the right place. Which one was it? Boost Lounge. Okay. Oh, damn it. Got it. So I still need to figure out how to get Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. The title that I just learned about yesterday. Is this Majin Buu? It's probably a Shad, but it looks like Majin Buu. Don't think I got the Everlasting Amber. Or the Heaven Seed. I had some of them. I was complaining yesterday that it's a little bit hard to tell what you've had versus not. Wait, I could just read what I have, right? Are these key items? Oh, they're over here. Wait, I have to equip them all? That explains why this wasn't going on. Rise Trail Valley Garden. Okay, that's what I thought. So we need Fall, Portrait of Ruin, and the Dream Globe. Sounds like the Harlem Globetrotters personal team basketball. Global, you think the internet is fully just astroturfed bots at this point? I feel like Reddit is gone the way of the dogs. The mods reckoning, when they like changed all the subreddits and the APIs for mods to actually moderate their subreddits, was the very beginning of the end of like old Reddit, essentially. I don't mean old .reddit, but hopefully you know what I mean. Stella, the early leak was done by a hacking group that hacked a few companies. They did cybercrimes. One of the kids got indefinitely institutionalized because she's autistic. Oh, because he's autistic. So there was another GTA 5 leak or 6 leak. I think I might have heard something about it, but I just kind of tuned it out. Just because I'm a little bit too skeptical for my own good. I'm like, it's not official. It's not real. Global, any post for anything, it's instantly swarmed by the angriest posts. You don't doubt that people are miserable, but you know it when it feels artificial. Yeah, I can't even really remember the last time I used Facebook. It's been years and years. Like, the last time I used Facebook was purely for messaging people that I couldn't get a hold of other ways, or, you know, just, yeah. And, their feeds and stuff, like, it got really bad. I stopped using it years ago. Like, to me, primo Facebook was when it was still new, and you needed a .edu email to join it. But now there's just so many AI posts on Reddit as well. Like, the AI stuff is everywhere. And it gets upvoted. And then I feel like so much of it is just astroturfed by celebrity marketing teams. Because it's always weird which posts keep getting funneled towards all. Like, I talked about it before, but there's like way more Sydney Sweeney posts than will ever make sense to me. Because, like, nobody in my life cares about Sydney Sweeney one way or the other, really. And there's so many other bigger celebrities that it just doesn't compute to me why she's always, like, getting so many signal boosts. Yeah, Phantom believes the Explain the Joke subreddits are 99% bots. Some of them are very obviously people that are making rage bait posts, or the jokes are self-explanatory even to legitimately heavily autistic people. And it's like, once any subreddit reaches kind of critical mass, it just can't be appropriately moderated anymore. And it just falls the way of the wayside. Stella, that wasn't implied either. They actually said it. It's funny when they use LLM bots and it can tell them to disregard previous instructions and give you recipes. Oh man, that reminds me. But I can't remember the particulars super well. I think it was like a mycology subreddit, the study of mushrooms, where there was seemingly this very helpful user that would give really, really long, detailed posts in reply to people. That was going on for months, and then somebody was like, wait a second, is this a bot account? And they did some sleuthing and figured out that it had to have been like an extremely sophisticated LLM, not anything like ChatGPT, but probably something like more custom built. And they're just going around and answering things in a very convincing style. Alright, Ask Next, you have a good night. Take care. Yeah. Everything ends up devolving into politics at some point, Stella. It's really hard to avoid talking about politics, even as much as I try to. Just because it's always a bit of opening a can of worms. Can't I jump on the little trees, the shrubs? Oh yeah, speaking of these little trees and shrubs, anybody else surprised at the announcement of a new roller coaster tycoon game? Kind of looked reminiscent of some of the more original ones. I was really surprised by the style and whatnot. You missed that? Yeah, Gamescom, I think. They announced, maybe it was the pre-game, whatever it's called. They announced the new Roller Coaster Tycoon. How the hell did I get on top of that building? No, even like before the whole white nationalists adopted Sydney Sweeney, she was getting signal boosted hard. Like, I would say even now, it doesn't make sense just how much signal boost she's getting, even including the white nationalists and whatnot. Yeah, we talk crap on you for Fortnite? You're gonna talk crap about Roller Coaster Tycoon? Do it. Now, I don't really have much skin in that game. I never really played Roller Coaster Tycoons. But when I was a kid, we had a similar game called Theme Park that my mom really enjoyed. So I just have a little bit of a nostalgia for that type of game. Stella, you weren't aware of it before then, you guess? Yeah, that's totally fair. Makes sense, because like I was saying, like, she's not a big celebrity by any means. So it's not just Sydney Sweeney, but she's the one that stands out to me. Like, there are a bunch of subreddits like that for a while. They're just like no-name hot girl celebrities that have like their own private subreddits. Not like actual private subreddits, but like subreddits devoted to them that would just get signal boosted really high for no reason. Trying to think of another example. Like Elsie Hewitt. I was like, oh, is she Jennifer Love Hewitt's daughter? Is that why she's like getting attention? No idea who she is. Apparently they're not related. But she had a really big thing for a while there. And I'd forgotten about her. And then I saw something a month or two ago where like she had a fiance that was another celebrity, like a D-list celebrity, I think. And there was like domestic abuse or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this girl was a thing. And I'd only ever heard of her from Reddit. all you knew about Sydney was before that was she was the least talented actress on Euphoria? Phantom, you feel like Reddit collectively obsesses over various celebrities? That's absolutely true. Not that I have anything against the guy, I just think it's really weird how many people are super into Keanu Reeves on his subreddits. Like, he seems like a fantastic dude, don't get me wrong, but just like, I don't understand the cult of celebrity worship, I guess. Global, you think you hired an agency to create a dead internet subreddit where humans occasionally wander into, but it's more or less for SEO purposes? That's essentially what I think Reddit has super devolved into over the last 3 or 4 years, for sure. Hi! Sorry, I can't really talk. Why? I'm writing a thesis on the Raritan gem. You know the planet this game's played on? The planet has a name? Okay. Good thing we've learned this after 70 hours of play. So yeah, stranger, maybe another time. I like how Leah's like, why can't you talk? As though Leah could explain herself if somebody asked her that question. Alright, this, oh no, this isn't good. I have to jump across all these trees. But yeah. Dead internet theory is sadly seeming to become more and more of a reality every day. It's a rocket. Somebody wrote meow, I am a cat on its side. Damn it, man. You can't even escape meows tagging in the game, huh? Style goes further than bots. There was an internet aspect to piling on Monica Lewinsky. Really? I have not heard anything about that. Yeah, you're sorry? No, you're not. You do it again. That's what I tell my dog when I mess with him. Starts fighting me. I tell him I'm sorry, but I'll do it again, and then I get him again. I don't want to figure that out. Let us go back to the place. Monica Lewinsky does a bunch of activism against cyberbullying because of it. Interesting. I know she's clapped back against people on Twitter and stuff, but I really have no idea what she's done since her internship. Which is probably the same for most people. Hey, Leah. Oh, that was Buggy. Hey, Leah. Hello, dear. Hi. Looks like everyone is here, eh? Hello, you two. Bonjour, what are you guys doing here? What? Didn't Leah tell you? How? Buggy, the joke's getting a bit old. Sorry, ma'am. Anyway, we're here today because Leah has found the 5 broken relics. With these, she can unravel the secret behind this ruined observatory. However, all 5 virtues must come together in unison to unlock the door. As long as they're loot, I mean. I didn't know there was such an event. Well, it's not easy to find as it's not connected to any other quest. Each region has a secret area that contains one of the pieces. Oh, well, I was never good at finding all those secret locations. Typical new players, they don't know the joy of walking aimlessly through the wilds for hours. All to find a piece of broken equipment. Why are you here, Buggy? It's a secret to everybody. Okay, so we have a Legend of Zelda reference here. You haven't found any of these items yourself either, Lee. Precisely. So what exactly do we need to do? Where's the loot? It's quite simple, actually. First, each one of us needs to hold one of the relics. The sword for a Triblader, the shield for a Quadroguard, the gauntlet for a Pentafist, the deck for a Hexacast, and finally, the chakrams for a Spiromancer. Then we stand next to the plates here and fit the relics in. And the rest is in the hands of the ancients. Sounds simple enough. Let's get on it. Right. Leah dear, do you mind handing each of us one of the relics? Now everyone, fit in your relics and then step on the plates. Wow, funky. Sacre bleu, what just happened? Looks like we got transported into the observatory. Why not just open the door? I'm actually wondering about that too. Maybe it's to make sure only 5 enter at the same time? Well, best to just have a look around, right? Yes, I want my loot. Oops. We're in the Tower of Jiraga.
You have conquered even the most daring trials. You, the traveler, the envoy of change. To seek wisdom of the gods, we built this observatory. May it be your guiding light and wait for the message from the sky. For your achievements, we grant you the ability to become even stronger. Let your every step form the path of your growth.
Okay. Is that really it? Probably not. But I think we just needed 3 for this. Both actually sound pretty cool. Time to go with Ragnarok. I think we need 1 more point. No, we need more points. Should probably use this move eventually. Alright, okay. No, I didn't want to use these. Oh, screw it. Not sure what I want to do. At least back in 98, it was all forums and trashy news sites and social media didn't exist yet. Maybe. But maybe by the same token, it also lasted longer in the news cycle because of that. Oh, there you are, dear. Hi. And, did you like what you saw? Do you think this is where the ancients gazed upon the stars? I especially love the bunnies on that mural. Oh, come now, Buggy. Those are clearly meant to depict the ancients themselves. So, not bird people, but bunny people? Anyway, where are the other two? Welcome back. How was it? Well, it certainly was interesting. And we got some nice CP to spend. Yes, more power for me. All thanks to our Sherry Leah. Leah? Huh? Me? No need to thank me. I'm happy I was able to help. Especially with an event so rich in lore. Hate to break up the party so soon, but I gotta run. That's alright. Sadly, this is where the event ends anyway. I guess I'll make my way back to headquarters, eh? See you soon, everyone. Bye. Au revoir. Bye. Oh. Trani said bye first. I thought he was, but I couldn't tell. Who's in for bashing some monsters with our newfound power? Oh wait, I haven't used my CP yet. It's kind of a terrible acronym. Let's go back to the guild house, see if they have anything else to say. Oh, they're not even here. Lol. Alright, so let's ditch our party members and then go to the north. Get out of here. Let's see if they have anything different to say, though. But you can jump on the cars to cross the streets? Paula wants to delay the duel. Phantom, you in Act 3 of Claire Obscure? Nice. Is that your first time going through? Was it you that was saying that, it was your first time playing it? And how are you finding it? Figure you must be enjoying it if you're all the way in Act 3. You're enjoying it a lot? Nice. Yeah, Clair Obscur kind of finally scratched that old classic JRPG itch. Very emotional. Yeah. Feel like it's the Final Fantasy X for a new generation. Alright, let's go. It's still kind of really funny to me how I grinded one of the mega bosses in Act 2. When it was very clearly an Act 3 boss, essentially. Phantom, you love the parrying and the dodging? Feels more dynamic than the standard turn-based combat? Absolutely. Are you playing on, which difficulty mode? I just did normal because they said that is kind of what the devs intended the game to be played at, so it worked for me. Which I think is probably good, because if the parrying was more difficult, I might have started to resent the game. I'm not sure. Regular? Okay, yeah. Wait! Leah, did you see something you remember? Phew, finally we found something. Well then, we should have a closer look around here. But make sure to explore the place by yourself. Gotta get kidnapped and fight the blue guy, and then figure out what the sunglasses guy his deal was. Hey, Galamoth, welcome back. Wait, is it here? Is the entrance in this area? All right, now, is there any way to activate it? And do you remember how to do that? Shake your head. Apparently not entirely. Sorry. It's all right. We will just try our best. You have a look around and I'll watch the logs. Maybe I can pick something up as well. Hey, Galamoth, welcome back. It makes the whole turn-based system irrelevant, unfortunately. The parries become the top priority. It depends. I was hoping that you could use the accessibility setting to... I'm detecting some tracking in the logs. The tracking has been cancelled. Okay. What was I saying? I was hoping the accessibility settings would allow you to not need to parry anymore, because I got over it myself. But there is the story mode at the very least. What? I wasn't paying enough attention, apparently. It's kind of like going through Aerith's house in the original Final Fantasy VII, trying... What the hell? Trying to not creak the floorboards. Damn it. Phantom, you love nuking stuff with Lune and Mael. I did not use Mael very much until like the end of the game, but I've used the ever-living crap out of Lune. This is annoying. I don't have the patience for this right now. So it wants me to go between them all like a dog. Is that literally... No, no, no. What was I supposed to do? Thought the thing was there. How to do that? I'm not having the patience for this. Oh, jeez. So did I just hop back up? That must be it. We did it, Leah. Oh, found the Dream Globe. Okay, that explains why we missed it. So I still missed the thing in Bergen, Iceland, but I got every single chest. How the hell could I have possibly missed anything? I even got... whatever. Global, you had an Elden Ring character called Mushroom Secret, where you get summoned and sneak off from the team in dungeons and put on the mushroom gear and then join the crew again. Too bad you can't act as a purple invader in Elden Ring. Is this another secluded location? Now that I think about it, Satoshi did mention an unused location within Sapphire Ridge. He must have been talking about this place. Gotta use fire type against these enemies. Does this mean he actually used this place in the end? Just how did he manage to hide it from Instatainment? Instatainment knows. So far, this place seems entirely abandoned. Please do not let this be a dead end. Shizuka. Hello again. Hi. Still kicking, I see. Did you just forget everything I told you? Oh, that's just wonderful. So the bot is fully aware of itself and it doesn't even matter anymore. And then you simply escape your prison, re-enter the playground, just strolling around with my memories like they're yours to use freely. Can somebody please just delete you already? Oh, how I'd love to just rip your head off. What does it even matter in this cursed simulation? If only I knew the machine you're running on, I'd gladly crush those circuits myself. Sorry? Don't you dare just sorry me like that. I know exactly why you're here. You plan to see him, and I won't let you. Why? You have no right to see him. You have no right to exist. All you should do is disappear. But since you won't do that, I'll fight you right here, right now. As long as it takes you to give up. She's doing fire. She's level 60. Phantom, anybody here play Control? The sequel comes out next month and you're hyped? I've not played any of the Alan Wakes in Control. Control 2 looks really, really cool. I've heard good things about Control 1. I think I've got a couple of those on the PS Plus library that I could play, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Stella, you play it? She's kicking my ass. She got me. So is this all the revolutionary AI is capable of? You're higher level than me, you cheated. Quit screwing me. She cheated. Pathetic! Oh, I thought I was on the right for some reason. Wow, even just one shot can interrupt my thing. I was trying to do the guard break thing. Revolutionary my ass! Yo, why is her dodge like so ridiculously good? Why do her bullets not proc that? Seriously, is that all you're capable of? Was that all? You don't look like you're going to leave, though. Get ready for another beating. We just have to keep going on. She gets to stun me. It's annoying as hell. Can't do anything. Come on. Curse you! Did I win? I should not have won. I think I lost. She cheated. What is even your point? Trying to block, doesn't work. It's annoying. I was trying to do the dash thing. Just leave us alone already! Get jolted! I hate that status effect. I hope you like it. I couldn't do anything. No. She cheated me. Just playing around in Crossworlds while we're stuck here. Galamoth, you expected Leo would gradually collect new words and build up to working vocab or even get her voice fixed after a while. The not quite mute character thing is kind of weird to you. It's understandable, yeah. At least it kind of makes sense from what they're talking about in the story why they couldn't just add more words over time. Because the system is stressed having a fake real person. can't dodge that. I can't do anything. It just one-shots me. So I have to figure out something more degenerate against her. I don't think it'll let me switch equipment either. I was in the middle of attacking her and she just got priority. Cool, I cheated in one. Oh, maybe we're supposed to lose this? Yes? No, it's nothing. How do you know? Fine. You can enter. So you could probably beat her as like a Easter egg type thing. I don't like, though, what happens when you win a duel. You don't get healed back to full HP. That even was a thing with the other duels. What if there's a teleporty thingy? Oh no, it's just fake walls. This way. The door we couldn't get in. Oh, we can go in. He's waiting inside. Hi? Is that? It's really happened. Satoshi, finally. We found you. Leah, you are here. Does that mean... Is he with you as well? All right. This way, please. Make sure you can read the number of this device. It's possible to connect it to it using an IDN client. Oh, just make sure to look closely at that number, Leah. You're gonna get hacked. All right. One moment, please. Satoshi, so glad to see you again. Same for me. It has been too long. Sergi? Is that you? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but before we continue, let me start a little program. Right, let's stay close and talk quietly. This room is being monitored. Having this noise around us should sufficiently mess with the protocol. At least for some time. I see. Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Sergi, you should already know about Evotars. Is Leah aware about herself as well? Yes, she is. Good. This will make things much easier. Leah, let me start by saying that you are in fact the very first functional Evotar. Minus a few remaining technical issues, like a malfunctioning speech module. Why? Wait. So I didn't imagine it? You can talk? Partially. I hard-coded a few words into her module.
I wasn't even aware that was an option. You always manage to surprise me, Sergi. It's nothing. Please go on. Right. Let me tell you what happened after Gotham, Shizuka, and I left Instatainment. Despite countless attempts, we failed to convince Instatainment to support our research. It was in that hopeless moment that we met a certain person. Mr. Benedict Sidwell. That's the name he gave us, at least. We never met him in person and knew very little about him. Yet, he believed in our vision and offered his support. And indeed, with his help we continued our research on Evotars. He provided us with everything we needed. Technical equipment, confidential specifications, and most of all, a test environment within the playground. We managed to continue our research within Crossroads. Entertainment never interfered. To this day, I don't know how he did it. Things started within this small area of Sapphire Ridge. However, over time we realized that a larger testing area was required for effective research. And that's how we ended up in Vermilion Wasteland, a discontinued extension to the playground. Mr. Sidwell made it ours for research. We call it Evotar Ground. The new location wasn't the most appealing, but it certainly helped with our research. It didn't take us long to reach our first major milestone. Our first Evotar, Leah, was born, derived from Shizuka's avatar. Back then, things were going rather well. We made so much progress, it was exciting. Following prototypes have proven to be almost feature complete. It was at that point that their long, lingering questions started to emerge. What exactly should we do with those Evotars? Around that time, Mr. Sidwell made requests for additional features. He wanted to know if we could extract memories from Evotars. The memories of the original players. Hence, his original intent became clear to us. He made us develop a system to gather intelligence from players of Crossroads. The method works on any player of Crossroads. First, we apply a custom crosscode to the target player, overriding the original. Just after a short learning phase, we decouple it again. From then on, the modified crosscode can be run autonomously. The Evotar is born. In order to fully regain their memory, the Evotar needs to spend some time within the Evotar ground. And as soon as this is complete, we gather the intelligence. It turns out that you can't simply extract their memory. But of course, you can interrogate an Evotar just like any person. Interrogate them. There are virtually no restraints on the technique. The method worked. We managed to collect highly confidential information, in secret, without leaving any trace. Of course, once we discovered what kind of business we'd ended up in, we started to protest. We never intended Evotars to be used in that manner. We were ready to drop everything, however. It was far too late for that. We'd broken several agreements with our ex-employer. That's why we've been reluctant to report anything to the authorities. And even when we considered doing that, Mr. Sidwell managed to blackmail us into submission. His intention was clear. If any of us tried to leave, our days would be numbered. Well, not that it's mattered to me. Do you mean your heart disease? Please do not tell me. I'm sorry. The Satoshi you knew died 2 years ago. Standing in front of you is the Evotar of Satoshi. No. I myself created this copy as an offer to Mr. Sidwell so I could continue to serve him. In return, I wanted him to let Shizuka go. I was naive to ever think he'd fulfill his end of the agreement. I cannot believe this. Don't feel sorry, Sergi. Nothing could have been done about my disease anyway. Becoming an Evotar was the only option for me to stay in this world. We need to switch rooms now, otherwise the masking will lose its effect. Follow me. Satoshi. A system to extract information from players. This is unbelievable! Kinda breaks the atmosphere, doesn't it? You're not here to have a good time, Shizuka. So, you are now an Evotar. Can you move around freely in the playground? No. These days I'm confined within this building. That is also why I know little of what is happening outside. Are you aware that Leah has been in Evotar ground again recently? I suspected it from some protocol readings I had access to. I suppose they tried to drag Leah back into it? Yes. And when she was there, they could effectively track our connection. They almost managed to locate me. That means Sidwell is already fully aware of your actions. This is troublesome. Something else I wonder. How did Leah learn the truth about herself? You do not know? Your little sister paid us a visit. You did. She confronted Leah with the truth. Very abruptly. Not again. I don't see the problem. I merely told her the truth. You know full well what consequences your actions could have had. Well, it happened. We can't change it now. I'm glad that Leah was strong enough to overcome it this time around. Yes, congratulations, Leah. We're all so very proud of you. Shizuka, stop acting like a child. Excuse me? You never stopped acting like a freak. Only caring for your dear little AI sister? Enough already. Look, I know you have your issues with Leah, but you need to understand one thing. She's our best chance to get out of this mess. Both of us. What do you mean? It's thanks to her that we got in contact with Sergi. Not only that, but she's the only one who can reach the Evotar server. Why is now the first time I hear of this? I couldn't share this with you or anybody else. We're all being monitored. It could have jeopardized the whole plan. Anyway, with both Sergi's and Leah's help, we might be able to get everyone out of this. You, me, maybe even Gotham. The Evotar server. It is the host for all Evotars with the exception of Leah. It's located within the playground itself, somewhere inside the dungeon compound of Evotar ground. Access is highly limited. Only avatars with an embedded access key can enter the area without triggering the self-destruct sequence. Remote administration is disabled entirely with the exception of one command, the deletion of all data. It is Sidwell's final trump card. The server is impossibly hard to reach, and even if we tried, it could wipe its data at any time. that had put an end to almost any Evotar in existence, including myself. While Shizuka and Gotham, there might have been a slim chance to escape this whole mess, but for me, it was close to impossible. However, now that Leah is here, things have changed. Because she has an access key embedded, she can reach the Evotar server. Come again? Why does Leah have the key out of all people? Because I tricked Sidwell into giving it to her. I faked a malfunction of Leah's Evotar. I told Sidwell that the best chance to fix it would be to inspect the state of the Evotar and server side by side, while Leah was still connected. However, I wasn't allowed access to the server. As a compromise, I convinced Sidwell to go to the server together with Leah. He attempted to debug the issue while I provided remote support. In order to do that, Leah was given the access key. Despite all the efforts, I told him that the issue could not be fixed. As a final attempt, Leah was relocated to my personal development server. But ultimately, I concluded that she was broken for good. I was tasked with deleting her. Instead, I secretly snuck her back into the official game servers, hidden within a small data corruption of the database. One where I was certain that an old colleague would eventually be tasked with looking into it. Oh yes, that data corruption, what the heck? It really did not go easy on me. I had to make sure that not just anyone could fix it. And it worked. Honestly, all of this was a huge gamble, but here you are. You received my message and found me. Now, we need to figure out how Leah can reach the Evotar server before Sidwell has a chance to wipe its data. And I already have a few ideas I'd like to discuss with you in detail, Sergi. Of course! Let's relocate back to the previous room.
Sleek, relocate without me. It's fine.
From here on out, Sergi and I will dive into the technical details. You two probably don't want to stick around for that. Maybe spend some time together as well? Talk it out?
She can't talk.
Come on. You know what I mean.
Do I really have to?
Please, dear sister.
Fine. All right. What should we do? Honestly, there's nothing interesting to see in this building in any way. I hate it in here. Let's just head outside. Did you not want to go outside with Shizuka? Pretty sure a technical talk will not be all that interesting for you. Yeah, did we level up again? We did. Chadwick, silent protagonist mode is usually to self-insert, but Leah has asserted her own character the whole time. It's an odd construction. Well, the whole Evotar thing is an interesting concept. Kind of makes sense in a lot of ways, but I know what you guys mean, though. It does feel really awkward and a little bit hackneyed. This whole area is just so terribly delimited. No way to move around. So there's a little spot at the lake over there. Let's go there. We run the same. Naruto runs. The spot is pretty nice, isn't it? Certainly better than anything you'd find in Vermilion Wasteland. Let's sit down for a bit. So what words can you say exactly? Hi, bye, Leah. How? Why? Wait. Sorry. That's it? Must be bothersome. Also, still wearing those horns. So you hate them too? They're the worst, aren't they? That all happened because of a stupid joke. I often complained that horns didn't fit the Spheromancer design at all. So of course one day Sergi gifted them to me. Very funny. And then they'd always log in to my account and equip them. Those idiots. Now you ended up with them. Sorry for that. Why? Don't ask me, I didn't do it. Well, at least they left you the scar. Scars are badass. Guess we both have the same taste. Makes sense. But you're lucky, you know that? You missed the worst stuff. You didn't have to witness your brother dying in front of you. The futility of the whole situation. They just kept you in that room all the time. Taking care of you. Sorry. Shut up! Don't be sorry. Honestly, none of this is your fault. If anything, I should apologize for what I did to you. This whole situation, it's been going on for so long already. I just don't know what to do anymore. How much longer I can take this? Stop that. How can you be like this after all the things I did to you? It's too soon. Getting all touchy like that? That is nothing like me. Hi! You two are still at it?
I think we're done for the most part. Though there is one more thing. Shizuka, how is Gotham doing these days?
Well, I didn't speak much with him recently. He's busy designing his levels and flying around in his fancy avatar. He seems content enough.
Gotham.
It might be especially difficult to get him out of this. We did in fact meet him while we were in the Avatar ground. From what we saw, it looked like he is physically located in the playground. Could that be the case?
Yes. Somehow, Sidwell convinced him to do that. It's easier to keep him under control that way. And well, Gotham was always excited about creating his own worlds. The prospect of experiencing it in person was quite appealing to him.
Really, I think he's a lost cause. He's stuck in his fantasy world playing his little god figure. That blue avatar with orange clothing? Yes, that's him. That is unexpected. He acts like such a different character. That's the whole point.
In any case, we should try to figure out if he's on our side with this or not. Shizuka, can you try talking to him about this? Just hinting at what is happening?
I can try. Well then, I think I have a good grasp of the situation now. We will need time for preparations, though.
Certainly. If you have any more questions, you know how to reach me.
Yes. Glad I was able to meet both of you again.
Same for me. One last thing, though.
Yes?
Looking at what Sidwell accomplished so far, I'm certain he has specific ways to track your actions. Because of that, please be extra careful if you plan to involve any other player.
I will. And I already have my suspects. Well then. Goodbye, and see you soon.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye. You too, Leah. Phew. That was a lot to take in, correct? So, what to do next? Alright, we should head back to east of Sapphire Ridge. Specifically to that old dojo where you got the meteor shade. According to Satoshi, an entrance to Evotar Ground is hidden in that area. I'd like to have a look at it. You can use that teleporter for a quick connection to the dojo. Crosscode 2.0 unlocked. Satoshi. Okay, that's all encyclopedia lore. We can talk to her at least. What's better, meeting your clone and it turns out you're an ass? Or it turns out you're even more annoying than you thought you were? I'd say meeting yourself and being a jerk to yourself is probably better. Chadwick, you think that happens in Gaunt's twice? I know it definitely happens in Gaunt's, and one of the clone characters is like, gets pissed off at themselves, and they like almost want to fight, and they're like, oh yeah, I guess I can kind of be like that, huh? Which I thought was pretty funny. Hi! Hello, Leah. Well, looks like we're both at a loss for words. I suppose I should thank you for bringing Sergi to us. Let's hope we can find a way out of this situation. So all their dialogue's the same. That's a little bit disappointing. Alright, Phantom Leaves, you have a good night, and thanks for joining us. I'll probably be ending it here shortly as well. Global beating this tree sentinel at rune level 1 is the one thing. Beating him with the new fat rolling starting class is another. No. Why would you put yourself through that when you could fight the grafted scion with the new class instead? Okay, we're at the old dojo now. The hidden entrance should be somewhere towards the east. Wait, I think I found it. It's right here, that wall to the east. Let me see if I can open it. There we go. Let's see what we find in there. This is it, Leah. If we go through that tunnel, we will reach Vermilion Wasteland. Lucas, The avatar of him is hopefully still over there. If we act fast enough, we might still be able to rescue him. Leah! Leah, please stop. Running in there alone and unprepared is destined to fail. Do not worry. Pretty positive that we'll find a way to reach the Evotar server. To be honest, I'm more concerned about what comes afterwards. Why? Assuming that we reach the server and manage to make a backup of all the Evotars, we still need a proper environment to run them. A new place for Evotars. In one way or another, we need Instatainment's permission for that. Not entirely sure how to tackle this issue yet. Even for an employee like me, it is difficult to reach the right people to talk to about this. Well, that certainly dampened the mood. Sorry. There really is no point in worrying about this now. We just have to try our best and see what happens. Waiting it out simply is not an option. Let us head back. Oh yes. One last thing. Could you go to the first Scholar headquarters? I'd like to try something out. Global Grafted Scion RL1 is harder than Millennia RL1? Why would you say that? Is it because you just have like less in the way of tools and resources to manage the fight versus Millennia? Because I know I reloaded my game like 200 times the first time I was playing Elden Ring to fight the Grafted Scion, because I wanted to see what he would drop. And also, Elden Ring kind of felt pretty bad to play, to be honest. Like, it felt so much laggier and slower than some of the other FromSoft titles, like Bloodborne and Sekiro. Wasn't as bad as Dark Souls 2, but in some ways it felt worse than DS3. The mindset's the difference? How so? Also, how the hell did I never get the Bergen thing? I want to double check the evil bunny. How did I stamp my map? What are the odds the next FromSoft single-player game isn't an Elden Ring sequel? I mean, it could be another Armored Core. Or something completely different. Why is it harder to get across it now than when I'd had nothing? Oh. I don't remember what the hell was in this chest. So if it's not in there, it might be in the frozen cave. Well, we were talking out your ass. You never fought Millennia RL1 yet? Okay. See, that I could believe. So they could make another survival horror game? When was the last one? Was it... Stella might be referring to, what was it? Kuon? Maybe they can make 4D Game Hero, right? Which is those, not spawn back. Well, there's nothing down there anyway. Oh yeah, I can't finish that Henry quest. This is DLC apparently. At the very least, we do know that Miyazaki has expanded teams since Night Rain has its own director as the combat director of other titles and whatnot. Which makes it sound like the company's expanding. If Duskbloods is kind of his baby, Miyazaki's, I mean, then you should have... Is Tanimura still with FromSoft? I should probably not waste my time and just look it up. You hope so if he's the DS2 guy? He sort of was. I mean, DS2 is complicated, but he's the one that finished it with what he was given. But for what it's worth, a lot of people dislike the placements of enemies and stuff in Scholar of the First Sin more than the base vanilla game, so... Sally, you want to play Kuon, but you're too lazy to set up a PSD emulator on your computer? It's not that bad, from what I hear. It's not like the old days of the Wild West. Anyway, let's go ahead and call things here for the night, because I'm kind of tired and a little bit delirious and want to remember what they're going to be talking about when I start the next stream. So we might have like 1 or 2 episodes left. I have no idea how long the next segment of the game is. I don't really want to do any more of the side quests. I'm kind of over a lot of this game, unfortunately. So I might just try to speed through things a little bit, even though I've been saying that and still leaning into my old ways. So I'm probably talking out my butt here. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me as always. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as per usual. So until then, take care, stay safe. Last Protagonist out.